Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 8 of Why You, Why Me, and it is titled Flashbacks Begin. Doctors rushed in from all directions when they heard the monitors beeping. You were having another seizure. During your seizure, you dreamed, or remembered, looking down at your body, but you had a rippling cut six-pack. You looked up into the mirror and stared into two red glowing orbs. Then you woke up. Nurses were by your bedside, administering medication into your IV line, and you looked at them trying to make sense of the dream that you had. It felt familiar. While you were in hospital, Bakugo would walk past the store every afternoon on his way home, but you weren't there, so he would continue on angrily. The next week you were back and working. He saw you through the window and walked in. You froze when you saw him. He's back again. What does he want this time? He watched you silently for a moment before walking off through one of the aisles. You tried to follow his movements with your eyes and ducked your head a little to watch him through the slats in the shelves. I wonder if he has a six-pack, you thought, remembering back to your dream. You shook your head. What the heck are you thinking, girl? Get your head out of the gutter. He grabbed a packet of spicy gum and walked purposefully to the counter, so you quickly busied yourself so it didn't look like that you had been watching him that whole time. Just these, he grunted, peering intently at you. Spicy, huh? You commented, picking up the pack of gum and scanning it. Yeah, he huffed. You like spicy stuff? Nah, you chuckled. Spicy's not for me. He just set his jaw and didn't say anything more, taking the gum that you'd handed to him before giving you one last look and heading for the door. Move, you extra, he growled to a fellow student that was trying to enter your store. Your head whipped up as you heard him say extra. You had heard that word before. You stared at the back of him as he walked away. He didn't look back. Bakugo's heart twisted in his chest. She doesn't remember me. Why doesn't she remember me? Why does it hurt that she doesn't remember me? His default scowl deepened. Should I tell her about us? What used to happen? Would she believe me? Bakugo's words played on your mind. You went to your grandma as soon as you got home and sat down next to her. Hey, Grandma, you said nervously. Would you be able to tell me some of the things I did that was weird before? I remember you saying that I called my sisters something strange. What was it? You called them extras, she giggled. Not very nice, but still very comical. Extras, you yelped. Grandma, there was a guy that came into the shop today that used the same word. I've seen him in the shop once before, and I feel like I've met him, but I don't know where. Could he be? Your grandma's eyes lit up. Sounds promising, dear. See if you can find out a little bit more about him. Well, he did buy spicy gum, you said, hoping that that piece of information would help. Well, yes, on the odd days you would have spicy noodles for breakfast, your grandma said. Your eyes widened. Could he be the one? You said. Then your face fell. But he's such an asshole, Grandma. She laughed heartily. Oh, you only know him skin deep, dear. He might be better underneath, she winked. Or he could be rotten all the way through. You deadpanned. That's not very helpful, she cackled manically. Bakugo came to the store again the next day and bought another pack of spicy gum. Hey, I know I thanked you for helping me the other day, but I didn't catch your name, you said quietly, looking at your hands while you scanned his item. Bakugou Katsuki. You looked up at him. Have we met before? You asked. I seriously feel like I know you from somewhere. Bakugo looked like he was about to say something, but then stopped. No, don't think so, he said coldly before taking the gum and walking out. Your heart sank. Well, he hasn't mentioned anything about body swapping. I guess I should be grateful it's not him. He's rude. You remembered back to the thankful message you had sent to him at the hospital and how abruptly he had replied. Yeah, maybe the whole extra and spicy thing is just a coincidence, you shrugged. The following day he was back again. Is this guy for real, you thought? Another gum, you replied cheerily. He grunted. You took the gum and swiped it, handing it back to him and taking his change. Hey, you okay now? He asked gruffly. Me? Oh, I think so, you replied a little sheepishly. What's wrong with you anyway? He asked stiffly. What a rude way to ask such a delicate question, you thought. I suffer from seizures, you said quietly, letting your gaze fall to the floor. I had an accident about 4 or 5 months ago now, and I've had them ever since. I got a significant amount of amnesia from the accident too. Bakugo flinched and his eyes widened slightly, but you didn't notice because you were still looking at the floor. Oh, he said, a little softer in tone than his usual gruff replies. Yeah, he said, glancing up at him before looking down again. Well, just take it easy, okay? Your head snapped up. He was looking at you softly. You furrowed your brows and cocked your head at him. He had done a complete 180 turn from his usual self. Wow, that was kind, you said, a little stunned. He scowled and clicked his tongue against his teeth. Whatever, you quirkless girl. Before you could ask how he knew that you were quirkless, he had walked out of the store in a huff. How does he know I don't have a quirk? You thought. And there ends chapter 8. Stay tuned for chapter 9.